Hello tubers, this is Kurt with Edibles and Exotics coming to you from sunny Mesa, Arizona. And this is going to be a continuation of the video series about my plant nursery. So, I filmed, first of all, today is Wednesday. I filmed a little bit last weekend at the nursery itself. So, in a little bit, I'm going to switch to that footage and give you a little tour of the nursery and stuff. But, basically, I got everything all set up. I got some plants in there, brought a truckload over. I still got 1,000,001 plants to bring over. I've been potting stuff up like crazy, making grow bags, and it's pretty overwhelming. So this weekend's going to be my first weekend that I'm actually officially open. So please, guys, come down. If you need any plants or anything, let me know down in the comments. I'll try to bring over whatever I can. I'm kind of limited, not so much on space, but what I could bring over there because of the watering situation. So I'm going to show you in a minute, but I got a 275-gallon IBC tote. Okay, it's a square water tank framed in by metal, and they fill it up once a week. So I've had my plants over there now for almost, I would say like 5 days, and I am just not sure how much water I'm going through in a week. If I go through 275 gallons in a week, I'm okay with that. They fill it up every week, and it's $60 a month for the water. So that's really what's limiting me, guys. I could bring plants down, but I can't bring down, if I got like 20 of one thing, I can't bring all 20 down. I got to keep some here and replenish daily. So my wife's going to be opening up for me, well, working all day for me on Friday. So if you guys are down there, cut her some slack. She's not a plant person like I am. Definitely friendly. She's definitely going to help you out. If you guys go down there and you have a question about something, she can give me a call and I can give her the answer to give to you. So it should work out pretty good. But I will be there Friday, or I will be there Saturday and Sunday, sorry. I'm going to put the address down below for the plant nursery. If you've never been there, it's a really cool place. Take the kids down there, you get something to eat, you can walk around. There's tons of different places selling tons of different stuff. Great deals all around. So let's get over to the nursery footage, and I'll show you what I got going on there. Alright guys, so this is a view of the back side of the booth. You can see the greenhouse covering on the top. I got to tighten it up a little bit and finish putting the tracks in. I use spring lock channels for the greenhouse covering, which I'll zoom in here in a second and show you. I got a 275-gallon IBC tote right here. So these guys will fill this up for me every week. Testing the water out, I used quite a bit lately in the past day, but down to about 800, what is that? Let's see, this is about 225 gallons or 800 liters. They will fill it up to 1,000 liters right here. Coming off of it here, I got a little splitter, and this is my timer. It's a timer off of Amazon. It's great. It's digital. It's a ball valve, so it doesn't rely on pressure. It's a zero pressure valve. This tank right here, it's probably about 2.5 feet or so up off the ground, and it is 3 feet tall. So when it's full, I'm probably getting about 2.5 psi. When it's empty, I'm probably getting around 1 psi. Or close to empty, I should say. But this guy here, it runs on military time, so when you're really stressed out and you don't set the military time right, it's not going to come on for you. So it goes from 12 in the afternoon to 13 in the afternoon and 14 and so on. So I have this guy set, come on at 10 o'clock in the morning. It runs for 2 minutes, and then it shuts off at about, I think, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just testing it out. So far, it's keeping my plants pretty moist. I'm going to go inside and show you in a minute here what the plants look like and how much water they're getting. So these are the spring locks here. This channel here, it screws to the metal framing, and then You put the material in and you zigzag this spring back and forth and it locks the material in place. Pretty neat, holds it nice and tight, and it's adjustable. I am missing a section because I didn't buy enough, so I got to fill in this section and another section over here. This here is the side of the booth, so it's mandatory at the Mesa swap meet to do white tarps, but they allowed me to do a greenhouse cover, which is pretty cool. So this spot is 24 or 25 feet deep and 20 feet wide, so it's quite a bit of space. It's probably about an average 2-car garage, maybe a little bit bigger in the valley, just to give you a comparison on size. So this is a shot of the booth from the front. I moved a whole bunch of plants in yesterday. I rented a 12-foot budget rental truck that was $20 for the day, basically $1 a mile, and I think the insurance was 60 bucks. So this is what I got in here. Not a lot. George came down and helped me a lot, but I got some weeping mulberries. I'm selling these guys for 50 bucks a piece. These are air layers, so they are not grafted. I got some totem cactuses. This is a wild mulberry. It's probably about, I would say, 10 feet or so tall. It's gigantic. I got a bunch of Pakistanis. These guys range, this one's a giant one, so it's 125. I got some smaller ones for 100. These guys have rooted out all summer, and they are in grow bags. I have one Shangri-La mulberry left. This one's 150, and it's in a pot, unfortunately. Plastic pot, not a grow bag. I sold out all my grow bag ones. I think I sold 30 of these in the past summer. So this one's doing really good. Back here, I got some Indian banyan trees. These guys are air layers, or no, cutting grown. Sorry, these are $100. They're cutting grown. They're about 6 feet tall, and they are cuttings from the banyan tree in Old Town, Scottsdale. I got some free cuttings from when they were trimming the tree. Guys gave them to me, and I started about 150 of them, and I gave a couple away, and I think I got 5 left. But they are excellent. I planted one at the shop I used to work at in front of it. It's still growing there. It's on Rio Salado and River Drive in Tempe, right across from the Tempe Marketplace if you want to check it out. And that was smaller than these, and now it's bigger than these because it's planted in the ground. But with this greenhouse cover in here, it is hot as hell, so these guys should really take off. They don't require much fertilizer at all. Most of my plants, I just give them a little shot of nitrogen, some iron, and in a watering can, and just let them do their thing. I got some, these are brown turkey figs. I got some pretty big ones. I think this one I have listed for, let's see here, 80 bucks, and it's probably about 6 feet tall. It's taller than these banyan trees. Multiple branches on it, doing really good in a grow bag, probably about a whole year by now. I got some smaller ones, 60. I think these are, let's see, this one here is 50. Get another one for 50. I got some blackjack figs. I got some smaller figs. This one is 40. Some totem. I got one banana. This is a ladyfinger or a baby banana. We got some pineapples. On this side over here, I got some smaller black mission figs. Right now they're a little wilty because it's just the heat of the day, and that's how they are, but they get watered a lot. These guys here, these smaller ones, these are all 20 bucks. They're in grow bags, well rooted, varying sizes. I got some bigger ones. These are 40. This one's 50. A lot of my plants are super cheap, guys, compared to the store. You know, I got some bigger ones. This one's 60, so this one's probably about 3.5, 4 feet tall, and it's about 60 bucks, so it's a great deal. I got some aloe from George. The little baby ones here, $2.50, $5. The big ones in the back are 10. I got some white striped agave, some blue agaves, some more totem cactuses. And these totem cactuses, guys, these are well rooted, super cheap. They're about a year old. This is only 75 bucks for this one. So we also have some other round prickly pears and some flat ones. But just to show you guys in here, the temperature is right around the 100 degrees, and that's in the shade. So pretty damn hot. So I'm going to show you guys what I did with the watering. So I used 1 gallon per hour flags. All right. You pierce the main line, plug the flag in, you run your dripper line up to a little anchor, and then it just drips in. I don't really like dripping. I'm not really a fan of drip emitters, but for what I'm doing in here, I really don't have a choice because I don't have any water pressure. Like I said, I'm operating between 1 and maybe at the very most 3 psi. So this is the only thing I can do. I can't do any sort of spray because to do a spray pattern, you need pressure. And at the Mesa marketplace here, they turn the electricity off every day at 5. And it comes on, I think, at 6 in the morning. So even if I did a timer and a pump, I would need electricity, and most timers are AC operated. So once the power gets cut off, it loses its programming and the pump won't come on to pump pressure. So I'm stuck with the gravity and the drip. But right now, so I have these bigger pots like this. These are 18-inch grow bags. Then I have smaller pots like this that are 6-inch grow bags. And I'm thinking I'm going to keep the 1 gallon per hour on these. And then on the 18-inch grow bags, I'm going to do a bigger emitter. So on the 18-inch, I'm going to try 2 gallon per hour emitters and see if I can get my watering time down, because right now these little grow bags are getting pretty saturated and the big ones are not. So I don't want to waste water. I don't want runoff. I don't want mosquitoes breeding in here. So I'm going to cut the watering time down and change the emitter heads down to, change them up on the bigger pots to a higher flow. That way I can run the irrigation for a shorter period and get more water to the bigger pots and less water to the smaller pots. So all these cactuses over here, I'm just hand watering them. My son-in-law is going to come down for me probably midweek, or maybe my wife will in the morning, just 1 day a week, and water these guys for me. That way they don't dry out. I don't think it's going to be a problem anyway. This side is a little shady, so it shouldn't be an issue. Oh guys, so sorry I haven't filmed in the past 2 weeks and posted any videos, but I've been running around like a nut. My stress is through the roof. Saturday and Sunday nights, I'm usually so drained physically and mentally that my vision is blurry. I can't think straight. I can't fall asleep. Major headaches. So it's been rough. This is a huge venture for me. You know, I'm working 7 days a week when I'm not at my day job. I'm working in the yard. When I'm not at the yard, I'm working here. So I rented the budget truck the other day. I moved all this stuff down. That was yesterday. It literally took all day to move everything down, get the plastic put down, get the irrigation line run, and George helped me out phenomenally. I've never had anyone help me like George has helped me. The guy is amazing. He's the best friend a guy could ask for. Just hands down awesome, you know. So I got down here. George went to the Arizona Rare Fruit Growers plant sale for me in the morning, and he was, you know, helping look for plants. I gave him the business cards, some cash and everything, and he went there and he looked for plants. He didn't find anything. It was kind of a bust. People were complaining, and I think, you know, what George thinks actually, and what I agree with, is our summer was so brutal that a lot of people lost plants, and that's why it was just not as good as it usually is. But I didn't get anything from there, so I'm stuck with what I got to sell. I do have a lot of plants. I got a lot more plants that I'm going to be bringing down in the next week. I can't bring them all down at once. There's just not enough time in the day. I went over to Pam's house. So it's Pam's garden. She's over in AJ. I put the word out, and you know, that I'm looking for some wholesale plants, and she's the only one that answered. And her and her husband Tony, they are the coolest people you would ever want to meet. Super nice, super friendly. You know, they love plants. They got a great yard. And I went over there and I got some vetiver grass. cuttings, and also some with roots. So those are in pots. I'm trying to get those going. Hopefully in the next month or two, I'll have those in here for sale. I might do a little section in here for not for sale plants that are still kind of rooting out, just like kind of like a nursery thing, and see how that goes. But she was looking for someone to cut her yard and stuff for, trim all the trees and clean it up and everything. So my son Reese, he's 15, he's looking for a job, so he's been going over there, and she's been giving me cuttings that I can grow for free. Who does that? You know, I mean, she is just, her and her husband Tony, they are amazing people, just amazing. And I'm trying to get the word out to get my son, you know, a little more busy, a little more into the business, doing, you know, yard work, trimming trees and stuff. He's got a great work ethic. He's very intelligent, very polite, and very honest. So if you guys are looking for anything like that, if you need, you don't have the time to do it, if you need someone to trim your trees, you know, plant plants, whatever it may be, comment down below. I'll put my information down there. You can either comment down below, or you could message me or call me, and if I don't answer, leave a message, guys. I will get back to you. Just very busy. Sometimes I don't hear the phone ring. But yeah, let me know, and on the weekends he's totally available for that. So Pam, back to Pam and Tony. Pam gave me a whole bunch of Pakistani mulberry cuttings. I got a whole bunch of those going. She gave me, that was yesterday. Today she gave me a whole bunch of fig cuttings. They're an unknown variety, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna figure out what they are to label them. If not, they're just gonna be less expensive, you know, cheaper plants to buy, and they're gonna be an unknown variety. But I'm gonna try to figure out what they are for you guys. Hopefully in 2-3 months, you know, if the weather cooperates, I might have them for sale here. You know, little cuttings, $20 a piece, rooted out in 6-inch grow bags. Like I said, guys, I got a lot of cheaper plants in here, so if you're looking for anything in particular, let me know. I'm still setting up, but I decided to leave the door open today and see if I got any sales. I got 0. Big fat 0 sales. And not too happy about that. You know, I need well, here, let me start out with my expenditures every month. So I got $615 for my spot rent. I haven't turned on the electricity yet, but if I do, that's $50 a month. My water is going to be somewhere between $30 and $60 a month. I have insurance I got to pay. That's another $65 a month. All right. And then my gas to get to and from here all the time. So, you know, I'm somewhere around like $750, $800, or $775, $800 a month. So I got to sell at least that in plants just to keep this place going. If I can't sell that, this place is done. So if you guys are looking for plants, please come down. If you're looking for anything in particular, comment down below. I'll let you know if I have it, or I'll get it for you. I'll give you a price and everything. But I know I'm kind of jumping around. I apologize for that. I'm just super stressed out. My head's totally not there. So yesterday, after we brought the plants down, you know, like I said, George went to the plant sale. I dropped my son off at Pam's house. He did some work over there and brought me back some Pakistani cuttings, which is cool. And so George met me at my house. We drove over here in the truck, unloaded all the plants. We put the plastic down. We ran the irrigation line. I forgot this stupid piercing tool for the main line to run my flags out to the tubes and out to the plants. So do not do this, guys. I used a little razor blade just to poke a little hole to get them started because they wouldn't pierce the main line. And we got everyone run, turned it on to test it out. And guess what? Every single freaking one was leaking. So what happened is when we pierced the line, instead of having a round hole, it had a straight hole. And when we put them in, it just ripped the hose open. So back to Home Depot, bought all new line, new elbows, and 2 piercing tools. $60 later, and another, I don't know, probably 3 hours wasted got probably 4 hours wasted. We got it all back in, everything working, got all the leaks fixed and everything, tested it out. By then, I was hoping to have the plants watered, on water by probably like 12, 1 o'clock. Well, we didn't get it done until probably like 3 or 4. So by then, all the plants were wilting and not looking too good. And then I was so stressed out, I set the timer to come on at 10, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah, that was at night. So the plants at least got watered at night every hour for 15 minutes. Way too much water for them. So I set them to, today I experimented. I set them down to 10 minutes from 15 every hour. That was still too much. So I set them down to 6 minutes. Still too much. Set them down to 4 minutes. Still too much. So I think I got them set to 2 minutes every hour now. And that seems to be okay. The bottoms of the pots are staying nice and moist. The little pots aren't overflowing like crazy. Like I said, I want to change up those flags with the bigger pots to 2 to 4 gallon per hour, which should double or quadruple their output, and then cut the time down even more so the little pots don't flood out. So anyway, we got all the irrigation squared away. Spent today staking plants. I had them nice and staked, but in transit, the stakes worked loose. Plants kind of were drooping and falling over, so I restaked all the plants, tied them all off. I didn't have enough stakes, so guess what? George, probably the best guy in the world, runs over to Home Depot for me, picks up some stakes, and we start restaking them. And they're all looking pretty damn good now. They're all growing like weeds, and I think they're going to get acclimated pretty good in here. It's hot as hell in here. Right now, if you go outside, my greenhouse temp here, it's probably like in the mid to low 80s. In here, it's over 100. It's hot and humid, very little breeze going through. There's a little bit of a breeze, but not much. And I think the plants are going to like it here. So, like I said, they do wilt a little bit midday, but I think as the weather cools off a little bit and they get a little more acclimated to being in here as opposed to being outside in my yard where, it's totally different, more humid, more spotty sun as opposed to full sun, I think they're really going to take off. So still looking for some wholesale plants, guys. If you guys have anything that, you've had listed or something, or just kicking around that you can't get rid of, and, let me know. As long as you're willing to work on the price, I'm going to be reselling it. And I'd rather spread the wealth with my YouTube fans than, going to some company or out of state or whatever. I did go over to Treeland Nursery. I think they're in Gilbert. Could be Mesa, I'm not sure. Got a wholesale account there, and on their website it said they had this and that, and I get there, they don't have any of that. So kind of disappointed there. I'm going to try AMP Nursery next. I'm trying to get my plants locally through local suppliers as opposed to going out of state and having to worry about quarantine and all that. If I get them in state, there's no quarantine. I don't have to worry about any of that. So that's why I'm trying to mainly, get them from in the valley. And I'd rather get homegrown local plants because I trust you guys way more than I trust these commercial growers anyway, and you guys care for your plants just like I do, I'm sure. They're your babies. These wholesale growers, a lot of them, man, they grow them in these pots, and they're just not the same kind of quality that you and I would grow. So, like I said, I'm going to leave my contact information on the bottom. If you have anything, get in touch with me. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. No big deal. But said in the last video, I am going to be open every weekend. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I am not going to be here on Fridays because I have a day job. My wife does too, but her schedule is flexible because she is the boss at her job. So she's going to be taking over Fridays for me. So if I'm not here and she's here, she's not really a plant person like me. She could help you guys out. If there's any questions or whatever, she could probably call me and I can pick up the phone and tell you guys, what you need to know or whatever. But she will be here Fridays. I will be here Saturdays and Sundays all day. So my spot numbers are D148 and D150. I'm on the west side. So when you pull in on the east side. You got to drive all the way north to the end, make a left, go to the end, make another left, and you'll see me. I got the camo Jeep out back. It's going to be parked there. If you come on a Friday, she'll be parked there. But if you want to come down and meet me, that'd be awesome. I'd love to meet you guys, you know. Even if you don't buy anything, if you just come down. If you've never been to the Mesa Marketplace, bring some money. You know, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff here, not just plants that you're going to want to buy. So another thing, my wife is great. Last night, you know, she comes up and stressing out, watching TV, YouTube videos, other channels. And she comes up to me and says, hey, you need receipt books, you need pens, you need whiteout. So she went to the store, her store, and bought all this stuff for me. So I got a bin, I got just everything you can imagine, stuff I wouldn't have even thought of. You know, I'm a plant guy. I'm not, you know, an office guy. So she helped me out great. Amazing woman. Couldn't ask for better, guys. So when you come down, if you come down on a Friday, you'll meet her. She's great. She's ordered for the whole family, and even George. She's ordered Edibles and Exotics t-shirts. So that's pretty cool. Another thing I was discussing with her is selling seeds here. So I got a lot of seeds. I got moringa seeds. I got poppy seeds. I got tree-collared seeds. I think I got some Roselle hibiscus seeds. I got loofah seeds. I got a lot of seeds that I keep in jars. And I got humidity meters in there, temperature meters, humidity packs. And I got a lot of seeds. So if you guys are looking for moringa seeds and stuff, you know, instead of buying them offline or whatever, you can get them from me. They're Arizona grown, harvested off my trees. And every time I plant moringa seeds, I mean, I get 90 to at least, usually at least 90, more than likely 100% germination and growth out of them. So if you guys are looking to grow some moringas from seed, I will have them. I also have tree-collared seeds harvested from my tree-collared plants in my backyard. A lot cheaper than what you're going to get them for online. They're Arizona grown. They're a mixture, a bunch of different tree collards. So what you get may be the latest and greatest thing. You never know. I also have loofah seeds. I have birdhouse gourds growing in my front yard. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I will harvest those and hang those in here to dry. So if you're looking for some birdhouse gourds for projects or whatever, I will have those. I might have some loofahs for sale. Right now, I got a whole bunch of figs on my fig trees ripening, so I might bring some of those down. If you guys wanted to try some, it's going to be free to taste test them. I wouldn't charge you for those. But if you wanted to come down and try some, I got different varieties. If you guys have any plants that you might want to do a consignment on, you know, bring them down. I could sell them if you're having a hard time selling them too. Might be willing to do something like that if we could work out a deal. All right, guys, so basically that's what I got going on over there. Like I said, I got a lot more plants to bring down. I got a lot of stuff in my yard. I've been potting stuff up like crazy. My biggest problem right now is I'm going through dirt like you wouldn't believe. I mean, you know, I can go through probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 cubic feet of dirt in probably about an hour potting things up. And you know, my other problem is, you know, making grow bags. I don't like plastic nursery pots. I do use them sometimes for certain things. Sometimes I use plastic nursery bags for certain things, you know, if they could tolerate somewhat more wet conditions for longer periods, like sugarcane or Mexican petunias, vetiver grass, stuff like that. I will put them in plastic nursery bags. But my plastic nursery bags, they have holes in the bottom. So I usually try to keep the root ball down where the holes are. and only fill them up halfway and kind of roll them down. But I've been going to Lowe's a lot, and Home Depot, and different plant nurseries, and I've been looking at their prices. And usually when I'm selling plants, guys, I am half or less than half of what these guys are selling their plants for. You know, a lot of these nurseries, they'll give you a 2-gallon pot, and they'll have this small plant in there, and it makes it look bigger. You know, I use smaller pots usually, and, you know, the plant looks gigantic at that point, but you know, people see the smaller pot and they think they're getting less value. It's just not the case. So, you know, you guys can rest assured my plants are definitely not going unless they are healthy, well-rooted, and ready to plant. So, got a question for you guys. So, you know what I sell. You know, it's mostly tropical and fruiting and stuff like that. But if you've ever been to the Mesa swap meet, it's a lot of snowbirds, a lot of retirees, and some people live in apartments and stuff, and they just, you know, they're either not into fruiting plants and trees, or they don't want to plant them in the ground. They don't have time for them. So, you know, I'm thinking of maybe getting into some sort of house plants or something like that. Or so if you guys have any experience selling you know, the less specialized type plants, more house plant type stuff, you know, let me know down in the comments what you guys think might be a good seller. You know, if you guys propagate house plants and stuff, and you want to get rid of some, you know, you got too many or whatever, let me know. You know, if it's a good deal, I'll definitely try to work something out with you. So I apologize for the video quality, guys. You know, if I filmed while I was setting this stuff up, man, I never would have got done. I would have been not even halfway to where I am now with getting everything in there. And, you know, I got rent coming up in 2 weeks, so that's going to be $615. So, and then a week after that, I got insurance coming up. That's another $60. So I really need to start selling plants, guys. So, you know, if you want to come down and check some stuff out, if I don't have it there and I do have it at my house, I could always bring it back the next day, and you get pick it up then. Or, you know, if you come on a Friday and I don't have it, let her know, and I'll bring it down on Saturday for you guys. So that's about all I have time for this video, and I really apologize. I know my video quality has been crap lately, and I missed 2 weeks, so I'm gonna try to get back into the swing of things. I'm thinking probably another 2-3 weeks, and I should be a little more settled in and hopefully making some money. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, tell all your friends, let them know about the plant nursery, and come down and meet me in person. And until the next video, guys, keep growing.